Al-Batani system. Fuel level is low. We have copper and nickel. At least, that's nice. Okay, let's see. And now we go to here. Actually, can we? No, we can't. Okay. We're running out of fuel. Yeah, we used up all the fuel I had in my inventory. Hopefully we have enough to get to Neon. Hello? That's terrible to listen to. Right. Maybe we should just try to see if anyone's there. Let's try to dock and see if anyone's there. But Paradiso, we should be able to refuel in Paradiso, so we can go there instead. That's fortunate.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
You're human.
Yes, indeed. I take it you was expecting something else.
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
You thought you were the only ones?
Hmm?
I am afraid you
Talk with Sam Coe?
great many things.
Perhaps.
What? He's dead.
Boss, manners.
Game?
I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
You did not call a character Mabuti. Well, if he doesn't behave, am I allowed to slap Mabuti? I'm here to help. Your ship is unlike any I've ever seen. What can you tell me about its design?
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
Wait, don't tell me you're going to ask me for some sort of huge favor.
Oh. Hopefully it won't inconvenience you too much, but we're in a bind. See, you're the only one to approach us, and we really need your help. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
Your communications didn't work? Why's that?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
You know, those others are human beings, and they were here first.
Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
I guess no cryo sleep for you guys.
Now that we know what's up,
Also, probably a lot of inbreeding.
it's going to be more interesting from here on out. Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work. I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still fun.
No, so,
Let's talk. Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
living your whole life on a ship would be rough. Yeah. Then again, if you're born into it, you don't know any other life. So maybe that makes it okay. Maybe not okay, but...
We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
I'll try, but diplomacy may require compromise.
Yes, yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such. But initially, I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Burma is huge. Why not just settle on the other side of it?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilizations spreading across the globe. That would be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
That's stupid.
Now. It makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Who's Chief Sakmayama?
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
I haven't seen any ships like yours either, to be honest. Old piece of crap. Engineering.
Hey there.
Hey there.
The other colonists knew how many times the constant almost came apart at the seams. Whew.
Where's the stairs? Oh my god. Lift. Lift.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Maintenance level, probably. But yeah, imagine just living your entire life on this thing. And your only purpose is to make sure that you have kids and grandkids. Ew. Kids. Ew.
Was not an option.
The only thing might sound a bit disgusting, but if you're gonna have several generations on one ship with not a lot of people, and you have to have kids and grandkids, you know, keep the ship going and keep the civilization going, I assume the only way to not have inbreeding would have to have a big sperm bank. Because to actually create a civilization, you would need at least a few thousand people to avoid. Yeah, we'll do this while we're here, I guess. To avoid the inbreeding. Yes, we want to go here because we need to refuel. And also check out Paradiso. It's a holiday destination. Quite neat. Might be a little bit romantic. Mm-hmm. There is a ship technician. You would think they'd build a bigger hotel, but
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
security.
There's private security in the settled systems.
Oh, you guys are just security. Oh, hi.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Something I can help you with? Ah, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great, I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
It's a colony ship from Earth. I've already spoken to them. They want me to communicate with you. The colonists, and I'm determined. Nah. Okay.
I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All formal decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
All right. And where is your ship technicians? Is there a ship technician building around here? Because I need to refuel. Ah. No, you're a guard.
Paradiso security is only here for your safety.
Are you over here?
Hello, and welcome back. Mr. Tofik, I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination. This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing
I just stand around waiting for no reason.
Got any? Hey,
Oh, you're right here. Dang it.
you got it.
Goodbye. Alright, let's go and have a chat.
Need a moment to walk that off?
Oh, fine. Probably.
I can see why this location was chosen for a resort. Very nice.
You like it? We can stay here if you want.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it?
In it?
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
Because you're dumb? I don't know. I just walk straight in?
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Kind of do. You have a problem with the ship in orbit, and I'm here to help.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
Credit card number? No.
Sure. Have fun in the shark tank.
What?
And don't worry, even they call it that.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Balaam's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront at a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs. That sort of thing.
Hot springs?
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
Sounds good.
Hello. I didn't
Hello.
realize Kiwi was letting people in here.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about.
Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke.
Yes, thank you.
But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase.
Aw.
We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
Okay.
Ah,
Sure.
being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
It's a generation ship full of colonists from Earth here after a 200-year journey.
Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
Good idea.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them quite a bit too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
What the hell?
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even
Seema,
have
why are
the
you such a
currency,
bitch?
let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
What?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
These are human beings and you're worried about landscaping? That's absurd.
Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't.
So they can live here, but they'd be indentured servants.
Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
Oh my fucking god, okay. Yeah, no, we're not selling them as slaves, you horrible human being. Are you suggesting I destroy the ship?
I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will.
Do I have to buy the grav drive?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
Why can't we just let some other authority handle this?
We operate outside of the Free Stars and the UC, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it. As I've mentioned, it could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently.
Right. Where's the option where I shoot this guy and just let the settlers take over the entire place?
And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain?
What if after all this, they continue to insist their claim to this planet predates yours?
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation.
We may be outside the settled systems, but that child as official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Can I change the paperwork? Take away all your claims? That would be nice. Yeah, they have to settle elsewhere. It's like either kill them all, slavery, find a different place.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
They deserve a renewed chance to decide their own fates.
Yeah.
That is the right thing to do.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
If you've heard about us elsewhere, chances are it's because of me.
Okay, Balam seemed like a nice guy.
To make sure our guests are...
But I no longer have desire to stay here, to be honest. I hope we get a mission where we have to destroy their reputation or something.
I cannot recall ever having the time, let alone the funds, for a vacation someplace like this.
Well, I do have the funds, don't worry about that. But I don't want to spend it here, knowing the owner.
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Well, maybe I'll send some pirates your way. Whee!
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Well, I'm gonna change it and make it nicer. Don't worry. One day. There is a a captain's locker. That's nice. Where's the decorate? What does this mean? Oh, I can put stuff in here. Ah. Crafting, furniture, decorations, and displays. Ah, nice. Alright, we are all fueled up. Let's go to Hope Tech. I want to see through this mission.
Deimos control room established. Standing by.
Let's see, are we on the right one? We are. Let's go to Hope Town. Remember to refuel there as well. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing 8 different quests at the same time. We're sort of taking a break from 3 other quests right now just to do this one. I wasn't going to complain. I rarely complain about anything. Whee!
A fair amount of business runs through Hopetown.
Ow.
From what I understand, most of it is legal.
Fully imprisoned inside Quest Limbo. I mean, that is one of the things I like about Bethesda games, though. You set out to do one thing, and then 9 hours later, you've done everything except the one thing you were supposed to do.
I have never liked Hopetech ships, though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
You don't like them? Okay, we're not... Okay, note to self, no Hopetech ships. Note to self, note to self. It's you again.
Hello. Someone worth paying attention to.
I know, right? Nice to see you too, Bennu.
New innovations. We're so much more than space freight.
I hear you're an expert with grav drives and other ship parts. I need to ask a favor.
Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time.
Oliver Campbell sent me. I'm here about a grab drive for an old colony ship.
Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you.
I like Bennu.
Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era.
Well, that was fast.
What we're dealing with. So grab drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grab drive that looks like it could be compatible. It's some minor adjustments. It's in good shape too. Parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor and it's yours.
Bennu, my old friend. We can find a way to lower that price a bit, can't we?
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grab drives are.
But it's old, which means it's useless. Yeah, you've had that old part for how long, and no one has yet offered to buy it?
True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time.
Oh, you know it is. I'm not sure he cares about that. I know you'd like to help me if you could.
This isn't
Aw.
going anywhere.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be difficult. Just want to talk this through.
There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. You know, I have to make a living too. And hope.
What?
Wait, we still have business to discuss.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna redo this, because maybe I misjudged him a little bit. Maybe I should say, you want to help these people, don't you? They'll Benny old boy. Sorry, Bennu.
Though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
I will build you a nice, beautiful ship. I will call it the Andresha.
Oh, we could
Bennu!
Sure. Oh, Oliver sent a... So grab the... Parts not cheap though. It's a pretty big ad. Perhaps not. But I don't
What?
want to just settle for an offer far below...
This time it didn't work at all. Cool. Okay, he doesn't care about that.
That's something I hadn't considered.
Okay,
That
good.
would be famous. And with that comes more lucrative contracts. Tell you what. Sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
25,000.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
You too. All right. Booty booty. Booty booty. Alright, before we leave though, there's an ad break coming up, so I just need to take a quick break.
We'd be dust, except for the factory.
Except for the factory. I hear you, man. Alright, I'll BRB. Be safe, yeah. I should. I actually had to go pee last ad break, but we were in the middle of something, so I didn't feel like I could.
Awful
Yes.
owners. Nothing good ever comes from them.
Sure. Thank you for that. Right.
Just keep it holstered. We'll all get along fine.
I lost the frames again. Okay, here it's fine. Here it is not. See if it wants to sort itself out. Volvo station. That's not where we're going. Oh, did it sort out the frames? Not so much. Sorry, I forgot about that. Still not. Okay. All right. Reload. Get the frames back. Airless rocky moons. That's good to know. Okie doke. Let's see.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
I don't have a fancy gun in my hands. But it is quite fancy, yeah. Quite powerful as well.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems. I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
Yeah. Tech called a grav drive that allows the ship to bend space.
I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
Well, there's something else I need to talk to you about.
Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend.
I'm supposed to help you prep the ship for the grav drive.
What grav drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work? Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
The only thing I remember is 5%.
I wonder what it's like out there.
Can I use this?
There beyond our little community.
What was I supposed to do here? Reroute power from turbo pump to the auxiliary blah blah blah. Plasma runoff inhibitor to 5%. Yeah, that's what I remember, but there wasn't the 5%. Oh, you have to scroll. Oh, never mind. All right. We're doing great. It's my first time engineering, okay? Cryogenic radiated auxiliary. Let me make sure I get this right. Reroute power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic from the port thingamajig cryo pump port to well, that was wrong. Okay, from port turbo pump to aux cryo radiator. Oh, port turbo pump. Turbo pump to there. Okay. And then the last thing was decouple magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. The hell is with these names? You're already on this computer. Why can't you just do it? Adjust the magnetic flange pipe things. Decouple from aux module assembly. Okay.
Looks like everything is good to go, on both your end and mine. All that's left now is to hope this gravity drive thing doesn't blow up. Great question. I do not know for sure, but I can venture a guess. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale we needed. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did, fully believing it was the only way. Yes! So many! Does everyone have their own spaceships like you? Do people only live on naturally habitable planets, or did they learn to terraform? Are we in contact with alien species? I have so many more, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Not everyone has ships, but many people do.
I knew it! Incredible! Amazing! Simply amazing! In our ancestors' time, only the very wealthy could afford to build ships. Even this ship was only possible by our families pulling together nearly all of their financial resources.
No terraforming, but there are colonies on inhospitable planets. We just use hab units and suits.
I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there are nearly limitless habitable planets to choose from out there.
No sentient life as far as we can tell, but plenty of diverse living creatures.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. When you showed up, I tried to tell the others about the Fermi paradox. I suggested that the most likely explanation for you was that humanity had developed faster, more advanced technology and had leapfrogged us. Seems I was right.
You're a smart man.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I can have a bit of a big personality, I'm told. So let me know if I ever get on your nerves. So long!
So long. Okay.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to help you guys from becoming slaves or annihilated.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Never seen a ship like yours before.
We
Then
didn't
again,
believe
I haven't
anyone
seen
would
any
be out
ships
here,
before you
but I'm glad for it. Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
Where will you go now?
We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers. I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. Purima 2 here. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
I'm sure an antique Earth baseball is gonna do the trick. Thank you. And a soccer ball. Thank you for all your help. Here is some garbage. A hockey stick. Wow. Great. They're antiques. Maybe they're worth something. I don't know. I'm constantly lost on your. Ooh. Startar.
Hey, maybe you could help out Abe. He's been talking about needing someone with a ship.
Well, speak with Abe. Who's Abe? Who's Aib then? Sidetracked again. Aib is on the other side of this wall. I do have grenades, but I don't think making holes in their walls would be appreciated. I can't, like, climb over. Dang it.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Aib.
It's hard work keeping everyone happy in my little community, but I try my best.
I do not envy the lives that have been led in these confined quarters.
Hi. Oh, you heard? I was just kvetching to myself. Mostly I just need to find someone with a ship, but hey, you're someone with a ship, aren't you? I'll save you the spiel, but ever since we found out that people exist out there, the crew's been asking me if we could track down possible relatives. I made the mistake of looking some up, and now they want to connect with them. Now, I'm not gonna ask you to schlep anyone back and forth, but could you deliver these messages for us to connect our crew with their relatives?
What am I, a postman? I can do it. You don't have compensation. None of you have credits. I don't need any more of your ancient hockey gear.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting from here on out.
Records. Oh.
Just stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
You were so close to finding our new home. Hopefully it won't be too much longer.
Oh, that's okay. That's not the right way.
You're lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
What? What's with the hostility?
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
I'm not. Oh, this was the lift. Okay. Bisera Vasilev. Where might that be then? Titan. New homestead. Okay. Kind of want to check that out actually. New homestead. Is this just going to be a small little farm or something? I don't think it's a city. Okay, we'll might do that later then. We were actually doing something. Have to go by Olympus. It's the Almagest. Okay. Okay, running low on fuel.
You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
Think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Good. See? We can all get along. For now. Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
That's good. All we ever wanted was to talk. You attacked us.
Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye. I left you behind to protect the artifacts. And the hunter killed you?
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
Hmm.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Hmm.
You're already in it. With artifacts come Starborn searching for them. Fighting over them. I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, packing through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. That it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend. Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. It is not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us? You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Okay.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will say no more. That is all I ask. I hope you see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Moonbase key. forward again? Well, it's just because I'm hungry. Full set binary star. Does the effect only work if I have the full set? I don't know. I don't know. Pale ale and a potato. What a meal. I wonder if my character is malnourished at this point.
Deimos control link established. Standing by.
Okay. Question now is, like, how far can we actually go? Can we make it here? Yeah, okay, good. To refuel. So we need to figure out where we're going next.
This is United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And complete.
New data. Okay, let's go here first so we can refuel.
Anything I can help you with? And here's your new... Consider it done. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I'll sell some of these now. They're not that good. Constellation we need to keep. My ship is so full. Probably try to sell some things. I would like to use it to build stuff, but
Kind of breaking my concentration here.
okay, we'll go to the lodge real quick. Maybe we should go and build an outpost. Use some of the resources we have to build an outpost. I would, yeah, just jump down from there. That's fine. I don't know why they do that.
I may not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this is much better.
I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together to say goodbye. You know, to Sam. Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Wait for the service. 5 UT days. Okay.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
It's the center of a multiverse. We're building the way to it.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
Do I want to tell them about Sam? That might be too much. Trust me, there's multiple universes. The unity is how we get to them. It makes you Starborn.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
You should all take the time to think about what this means.
You're right. This is a lot to take in.
Take some time to process, everyone. We finally have some answers. Now we need to figure out what to do with them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen. These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn. Catch a smile out there.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Leveling up your loot there, Ghost? Dang. Loot level 4? Alright. We have this one. But I am... I just want to wait 5 days, to be honest.
Has been measurably reduced.
Oh, can we just, like, skip ahead? Yeah, wait until... Okay, yeah. It's just so I don't go off and do lots of crazy things and then I completely forget about it. Why do you keep going for loot? Well, you should know that better than anyone. The deep. Drink back. Optional, wait 24 hours to skip the... No. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hang on. I wanted to wear my dress. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the ship and find my dress. Oh, hydrates. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. Ooh. Okay. Real quick, pop over to my ship. Get my dress. So we're going for 10-hour stream? Coming up on 9 hours. We might, who knows? Oh. Why did we lose all the frames again? Game, why? Game, why? Apparel. There. Oh, we're good. Okay. Back to launch. Have I eaten anything? No. But beer and coffee, that's kind of like food. You know? Wait. Where's the... What? How did I skip it? What the hell? I did not skip it. Not intentionally. I didn't mean to skip it. What the hell? Did it take that long to go to my ship and back? I wanted to get my dress. Hmm. It's already skipped? Why is it already skipped? What? No. Game, please. That is so long ago. That's 40 minutes ago. I can't go back. Oh. Why? Game, please. Why do you do this to me? That's ridiculous. I don't want to go back 40 minutes. Just because it just skipped over the whole mission. Why? Stop targeting that mission. I don't care about that one right now. That is frustrating as heck. I didn't want to skip the memorial. Now they're all going to be mad at me for skipping it.
Need something?
See? Look at him. Sarcastic smile. So full of hostility. Ah, man. So I guess jumping over to my ship and back, that skipped the whole thing. Well, actually, just going to my ship skipped the whole thing. That apparently took enough time to skip the entire thing. That's really dumb. I don't even know where Andresha is anymore. I actually have no clue where she is. Alright, I'll just throw myself into the fire. Whoop. That didn't work.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
I'm not saying anything. I'm talking all the time. What the hell? And according to the mic, I should not be muted either. Oh, man. You can hear me? Oh, that's good. I was getting worried there. No, I don't want to go all the way back. That's... Get the frames back. It's a CC spitting out words even when I'm not talking. That's weird. Okay, what do we have? If I go back there, what did we actually do? We went to the starship thing. Let me just see real quick. How much we have to redo? Class C reactors provide the most power but have the lowest max speed. Oh. Maybe a B one would be okay then.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Okay, well, at least Andresha is back. That's good.
I can't tell you. I have a myth. How did you? Oh, I haven't even give. And I'm. Yes. What Gratra? I've just received. Great. First thing I. Then, last. Got it?
There's so much more to learn about now.
Do I remember what to do here? Probably not. It's turbo pump port to auxiliary. Yeah. Last one is that one. Decouple from that one. Okay. Speedrunning this now.
Both your end and mine. All that's left now. Yes. Do people? Are we in contact?
Oh, there's too many questions. Okay. Yeah. So long. Well, that's a nice flat emote you got there, Gunst.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside.
We didn't believe anyone would be out. Well. The engineers even up. Thank you again. Without you, I'll make sure people. I don't know if we can.
Please don't pay me in useless crap. Okay. Maybe we don't talk to. I don't. Maybe we don't talk to the guy who wanted to give us a little quest.
Now that we know there are other people out there,
Let's just ignore him. Bye-bye! All the best! Find a nice planet to settle on. Yeah, we're speedrunning what?
Good to be back in our own ship.
Speedrunning. What's the next thing we did after this? Alright, this is where we need to go. But we're gonna stop by in... We stopped by in Olympus. Ship is docked, of course.
Established. Standing.
Let's just jump. It'll be fine. We'll speed run through the conversation.
I can speak Constellation ship. I will personally
And think of it as a... Good.
Well, we got a new mission up in... I saw a mission there. Location of the Constant. I guess we can see where they ended up going.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. Your six. Yes. We are not.
We are all the emissaries.
We need it.
For... Yeah.
The unit.
So, I'm not who you... What I came from...
One of me.
I collected that... And that's the all the... You've witnessed...
Here it comes.
You're twisted.
They're hip. I attacked you. That wasn't some...
I was also human. You're learning. Easy for a You've never come...
You're going to...
You're on. I want a...
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't be bothered.
Before you leave, seek the... Here. That is all I... You should also... Part of me wonders...
Speedrun!
To be part of the team.
Also, before I forget, gonna grab the dress. Okay.
Deimos control.
I have contraband? What? Since when? Okay, there's no contraband here. There's no contraband here. I haven't picked up any contraband. I got rid of everything. What?
Deimos controlling.
Okay, I don't know what you think is... Oh my god. That one, thank you. Yeah.
Standing by.
I shouldn't have any contraband. I don't know why it's saying that.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Hi, Vapor.
And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Thank you for the hydrates. How are you doing, Vapor? Now you have a level 1 character. So every time you level up, it'll level up one of those 9 attributes.
If it were not for the lodge, I think I would avoid this city. It is all just too much.
It is a bit too much, isn't it? Ain't it? We'll go in there, let's save.
I may not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
I've been talking with the others. You know. Thank you. I'll have everything.
I did promise her, so we will do that first. Let's talk to you.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim.
You found it, didn't you?
We're just speedrunning because we've already done this. It's just something wrong happened. Skipped over a mission, so.
Wait. You can't pop.
Let's... Could you explain...
Yes,
And that's why...
I don't even want to... Plus what it would... You have... One doesn't... You're right.
Take some time.
Not to... Let me know when you're ready. This last glip... Catch a smile out there.
Right.
Constellation has suffered losses before, although none quite so violently.
Okay. Save. Wait until memorial. Is Andresha still following me, or? Not sure where she went. She'll probably be here for the memorial. Yep. Whee!
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
Thank you all for coming. I let Sam down. I let his family down. I'm sorry. It wasn't the best Among Us, you know. Can't say that.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Speak with everyone.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery
Oh, there's
which
Cora.
yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity, even if it's just for a short while? Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
That was quite the perspective there, Barrett. Oops.
You know, what you're feeling right never seems to work for me.
Been to a lot of funerals. Yeah, I just saw Andrea was walking out. Wait, okay. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion. After the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing else. Just a numbness. I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... it is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense. Thank you. Can we speak for a moment? This is harder than I expected.
Yep. Why are you walking backwards? You know what the moonwalking is about.
I am sorry. My head is swimming. I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to.
Oh, is this your room? Or did you want to talk or no?
I'm sorry. My head is swimming. I am reminded of how different Constellation
Oh.
works.
Speak with everyone?
compared to what I am used to.
Hi. No. I can't handle this. Dad is... Everyone keeps saying things. Mom? Grandpa? So many people. Huh. Are we supposed to feel better? Just because we're all in one place? What's the point? It's not going to change anything. I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Of course.
This is harder than I expected. I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll try. I think the missions have messed up a little bit. Let me just go back in and see if it fixes itself. Usually it does. Talk with Andresha. Okay, has it been fixed now?
This is harder than I expected.
No.
I am sorry. My head is swimming.
Okay, I can't talk to her, I guess.
Hey, how are you holding up? Take some time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together. We all have to get through this our own way. Don't worry about me. Really, I'll be fine.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well. You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
There's an afterlife, but most are unworthy of anything but being devoured. May not be the best time for it to say that, I guess.
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Yeah, about 13 seconds. That's okay. So, why does it say... So this is a different mission. Okay. Right. So I should just leave and then come back, I guess. Leave to end it. And then we can talk to Andresha. Okay. Back in we go.
whole captain thing really well, you know.
Is something amiss? So, we finally have all the answers. And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before. This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much. Does it? Perhaps you find all this satisfactory, but I am afraid I do not. We must take the word of a murderer and follow him into the Unity? What if it does nothing the Starborn have claimed? How can you be so sure? They have thwarted us at every turn, and now they just give up? They killed Sam to stop us from getting the artifacts. If they would back down now, then what was the point? What does that death mean? Why put us through any of this? Yes, I understand there are profound implications to all of this, but I do not see how you can be so eager to follow in the footsteps of the Starborn. Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this Unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, and what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us? That feels very much like you are just trying to delay this conversation as long as possible. But you are not wrong. And certainly, at this point, we would not want the artifacts falling into any other hands. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Sorry, Andresha.
Yes, you need me, of course. Are you ready?
Not sure, to be honest. Hi, Kate. Welcome back. Well, as I said all along, Sam was going to die and he died. But it's been rough after that. Well, we just had a memorial. I've never seen the memorial before, so I'm sort of glad I got to see it. I don't know what Cora is right now. I want to make sure that kid is alright. Good for his daughter, really? That's not very nice.
Got something for me?
No. I need to bring you presents. Did you get some good sleep, Kate? Okay, we have a lot of these now. But I also have... I should probably stop soon and go get some dinner at some point. Or, well, I say dinner, I mean breakfast. Dude was holding her back, keeping her from the granddad from books. Yeah, I'm not sure I liked the granddad, though. Is that where she's gone? Has she gone back to Aquila? Like, on her own somehow? Flying in her own little spaceship? Bicycle ship. Tricycle ship. Ah, she's old enough to ride a bike, what am I saying?
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, There's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Clone of a man? How does that work?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young, training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. No, they made a pretty grave miscalculation. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Yeah, this family of yours doesn't sound like the paragons of virtue.
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne.
Oh, great.
A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. That's not an unfair assessment. But what we're doing now,
Andresha disliked it.
set some things right here. So your help means a lot more than I figured you might realize. I just thought you ought to know. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I just
Persuasion minigame it is.
A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Ve Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars.
Yeah, the Red
The
Devils.
Devils unit I was a part of. They were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up, and the eyes were my parting gift. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
Oh, we should look at that. What timing?
Sounds like our cue.
Yeah.
What is it? I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Only for you. A good group of people.
They are dedicated in their cause. This is rare and admirable, I think. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds. Fun is not a consideration. I am not saying I am incapable of it, it just should never be a priority over other things. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
Maybe that's why I always choose Andresha over Sarah, because I totally understand her point. I don't see the attraction of, the normal life anyway, which I've never lived myself. I think the Grand Eye was okay, not great, but not as bad as Samuel painted him to be. Maybe she went to her mom, who knows. So do you ever find out where Cora went? Is she just gone forever now? Because that would suck. I was gonna bring her along on the ship and teach her all the ways of being a murderous, crazy person.
Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space. It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Right, I think we were supposed to do something important over here. But, I mean, they kept us waiting, so I can keep them waiting a little bit. You know, I can keep them waiting a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. You don't know? You don't know, eh? You don't know. That means either you actually don't know, or you know, but you don't want to say. Ooh, do I get to stand on the stage? But where's my, where's the other one? Oh, there she is. I was thinking I could sing a song while we wait, but you know.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Thanks, don't keep my ship fueled, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was
No one asked you.
Tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Oh no, it was cute as a kitten. Don't worry. The tissue matched ones from Londonian. I mean, it did wipe out a colony. That's pretty alarming. That was just one of them.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, If you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yes, if the fear is the data being weaponized, the Terramorph program failed. The data is not dangerous. That's what we discussed outside before we came in here. This is our strategy plan. Strategy thing.
You are correct, but it must be considered that with the data in hand, someone else could succeed where that program failed.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my
What?
opinion. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat.
Well, that was easy.
There are no other objections. I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Oh no.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our...
Yeah, you just talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna have a snack. An orange. Lovely. That should count as both hydration and food, you know? Sparkling water? Sure. I should also maybe switch my clothes again. I just wore the dress for the funeral. Or memorial, I mean.
Scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later.
Can we go and, you know,
Order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your
save the city or something? Or do we need to stand here and listen to you
The last thing we need
talk?
is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am.
Yeah, you could have just said that right away. I mean... Oh my god. Oh, wow. Yeah, this... They're not here, morons. Probably lost 50 people just because they were chatting for so long. What are you doing?
We're trying to help you.
Oh, it's a... Collect the EM weapon. Oh.
That's it.
Now hit him with everything you've got.
Well, I have no frames anymore because game decided we don't need frames for this, do we? Oh my.
You have made a grave mistake.
Oh my god. Oh! Why? I'm still stimming. Yeah, I don't know why. The frames keep dropping all the time. Anyway. Funeral. Well, it was a memorial service for Sam. Yeah. I started streaming, but then I completely forgot how you end streams, so I'm just sitting here like, what do I do? I don't know how to end the stream, so I guess I'll just keep going. Is that what I do? When does the Broncos game start? Is it early game or late game? They usually have super late game if it's week 1, right? At least the 4 o'clock, but go back to sleep. It's like 10 a.m. where Toonie is. Okay.
Should have trained more.
Hello.
Thank you.
Huh? Great. That's some good stuff.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
They were indeed.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
I will. Early games are in an hour. Mid game here in 4 hours. Okay. Are you going to the stadium or?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move.
All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
There! You might back up! Don't just stand there! Good!
Nothing. Right.
Good one. How do they even try?
Hello.
Experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, we've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Alright, let's go.
Of course the United Colonies is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escaped their notice.
Pistols? Yeah, it's a pretty good one though. Pretty good one.
Nothing's gonna survive. Captain, you're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. We have to put down that force. You'll regret this. No, don't hurt.
I'm running out of bullets though for this. Guess I gotta go with that one then. It's not as good, but it'll do some damage anyway.
You can't hope to win. Where are you?
Pity things had to end like this.
Oh, that was you. I thought it was like a voice in my head. That was so creepy. Don't creep me out.
Check your six! It's one of them!
That did not hit at all. Oh, reload already.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
I don't want no accolades. I want credits. Hearing voices, Sarah's becoming Senua. Sarah. I'm over encumbered, apparently. Hello.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
Who are the Broncos playing today?
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
The 10 IC Titans. I do actually have access to Red Zone today. And yeah, at least today. I don't know about next weekend. Right, we need to go continue our meeting. Come along. Uh, 2:05 mountain kickoff. If I'm awake. Oh, I'll be awake. Yeah. I mean, it's only 10 p.m. right?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Thank you for chatting at Toonie.
There you are.
And that includes
I believe we have some things we should discuss.
The loss of life, the damage to the spaceport.
Captain?
The costs
Hadrian?
of this attack are greater
It would
than I think
appear
we
that the
realize.
cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
I'm just some Vanguard nobody.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
There are so many different groups across the settled systems, it's hard to keep up with all the work they're doing.
We can get some more cash if we go to the news lady and give her all the latest on what we've been doing recently.
These orders, a Vanguard captain. Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
It is I.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the
I had a
Interstellar
PowerPoint and
Affairs
everything.
Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yep.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't or can't work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar or Ambassador Balmore of House Varoon? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Yay!
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Andresha looks very amused.
Some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you. Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varoon retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varoon thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
What's wrong with House Varoon?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varoon Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varoon did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
House Varoon are people just like us.
Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
All right.
I
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Be smart? Well, that's asking the impossible. Okay. I just need a pair. And I need to go buy some.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no? Did you need something?
What do you mean?
All right, then.
Okay. Then 10-hour mark. Yes, we are past the 10-hour mark. The game just keeps telling me to do stuff, so I'm like, okay, but when will I end ever? This game doesn't end. Ooh, okay. Should we go there at in the middle of the night though? Let me first go. Where's the nearest coffee shop or food shop or something rather shop or Whitstone? Whitstone. Never ever end. Yeah, I'll just stay here until I have to go to work and then leave the stream running until I come back. Alright. See, there's a red enemy mark there because there's a freshwater manta that has escaped, I think. Well, it used to be escaped anyway. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Yeah, there. It's supposed to swim in water, but for some reason it's flying. It hasn't. It has evolved from a fish to a bird. That's kind of cool. Now there's an idea. Yeah, that's an idea. Sure. Where is the? I don't know where I'm going. I'm supposed to go there. Right. Should probably wait until morning. What does this say? Acquired. Right, but to do so, where's the talk with Samco? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that since he's dead. That seems a bit tricky to do, not gonna lie. Okay. But it doesn't show me where the ambassadors are. I'll make it a little bit tricky.
Heck of a day.
It's not a part of your system?
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city.
What is? Sorry, I missed something. I haven't actually eaten today though, so that's probably an idea for later. Oh, there's Whitson. Wait,
Neon fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
New Atlantis West End. Haven't I been here before? Do you have... No, okay. Five coffees to begin with. Okay. So, if I'm gonna find these embassies and stuff, this just says acquire the free star. Yeah, right. But where are the... Deliver news. Oh, we're right here. Okay. She's following. Yeah, so I need to talk to the ambassadors first before I go to the archives, but the game doesn't show me where they are.
Lives of nearly every individual in the settled systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
Oh yeah, the bank, yeah. Banks are terrible. Go eat. I don't know what to eat.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
Oh, this is the Freestar Collective Embassy. Okay. Right. We'll go here first then. I thought it was pointing me in the direction of the...
That the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hello.
You are a visitor?
Yep.
You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Really? It's very friendly.
Visitors are only allowed in the...
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
So... how do I find the person...
As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport.
Oh, you.
The UC never fails to disappoint.
Can I talk to you alone for a little bit?
News from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
I just need to borrow your...
It was a real mess down at the spaceport.
I just need to borrow your long man. Long man. Just gonna wait for him to slowly walk his way over here. We can talk along, alone. Along. Psst.
That woman is an absolute...
I know, right?
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
Right. With that in mind...
Well, then you have my earnest thanks. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her.
Yes, but I want to talk to you first. She ignores your talents. Empathy, acuity, wisdom. I wouldn't do that if you worked for me.
What, you want me to work for you?
Long man.
Maybe, let's go somewhere to talk.
Sounds like a good idea. Do we walk at the same speed? No, we do not. Todd Howard doesn't like it when people walk at the same speed. I wonder what it's like to go for a walk with Todd Howard. Is he like speed walking in front of him, in front of you, and you just have to try to keep up? So this is how walking is done. One falls behind and has to jog to catch up all the time.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me?
We need help preventing more Terramorph attacks, and we're not expecting the ambassador's support.
No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here. So then, what would you need from me?
Okay, so even if we did get the access code, they would ask questions if we use it without the ambassador knowing. Can you get me access to her quarters without being seen? I mean her apartment, not her hindquarters.
Her quarters. Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services?
I got 1,000 credits with your name on them.
Oh, wait, I thought you were looking to hire me. Oh, I'm not taking a bribe.
Can I lie? Ugh. I could go and clear something and see if we can get him a job instead. I don't know if that... Can I do that? 8,000?
That much, huh? Okay, no, okay, yeah.
Okay, that was easy.
There's a utility corridor that leads to the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here, the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Okay. Oh, man. Frames, could you please not die on me again? No, you cannot. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna try to do the stealth thing. See if we can find something to leverage. Find some leverage. I don't like doing stealth things. I'm not good at it, but we'll give it a go. Is there a stealth perk? Stealth. 6 more points to unlock it. Okay, I guess that's not happening. I don't know where Andresha went, but... Oh, interesting. Supply shelves you have over here. That's cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, there's some treasure. Okay, I have to close the doors behind me so they don't see me. Is it down there or which one is vision? Of course, we don't have any. Okay, we'll try here. Let's do a little quick save. I'm encumbered again.
Agent detected. Patching in playback.
Are you alright, Ambassador? It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again. Which means you and I are stuck in this colonial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right? But what if? What if one opened up? Elias's heart in what it used to be. It's not like anyone would miss him.
Eva, I think it's time you get some sleep.
Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
No stealing. This isn't the bathroom. I'm confused. Totally bought it. All right. Hey.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I do indeed. We need to talk.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Please, please, pretty please.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
I know you plan to replace someone on the Council of Governors.
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure you don't. There's evidence. I imagine bad things would happen if your bosses find out.
No. If the council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. Look,
I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no?
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives. Good. Good. I appreciate you working with me. Just like I'm sure our great powers will. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those 2 items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
Plus my negotiation fee? No.
Good. Good. Okay. Let's go get you your access.
Let's not get greedy. She gonna try some stupid stunt. Evangeline. That's quite the name.
They tell me it should only take a moment.
Code machine.
And there. Here you go. I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know. Yes, I am always willing to carry an extra weapon. Or 2. Or 3.
I've already given you a bunch of weapons. But just hold that for me for a second.
Until next time.
Okay. Alright. Now we can leave. Got 1 code. That's good.
Yes?
He's written up at work again. I'm so close to getting fired.
Oh yeah, there was a side entrance. Do we need to find? Is that here? Be ready. Might be some bad stuff in here.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
You don't like this? I know, but I mean, my streams can only be that good. They can't really. Sadly, they're not better than this. Hello. All right. I understand, but don't say it to my face. Can I override? Yes.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
Well, it can be quite handy sometimes. Especially when we're dealing with shit.
Decades unsupervised. And it seems this tree has decided it now owns this place.
Mm-hmm. Good for the tree, to be honest. I think I deactivated. Okay, something is firing. You hostile? No? Nice. No, hi. Sorry. But close the door when you're using the toilet. Svaroon place? I mean, I love what they've done to the place. It's very colorful. A bit spooky, but kind of neat. Yeah, we have to go around all this. Whoa, 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 whoa!
I make this look easy.
Well, this turret's gonna help us as well.
It's not the best you can do. Do they have anything of value?
Yeah. Oh, into the. So here we go. Dun, dun, dun. It does have a slightly creepy vibe, I guess. Oh, that was hostile. Oh, I didn't even realize. Good thing Andresha is here. She's got my back. Little. Could you not? Like, could you not? You alright? Nice neck. That was the wrong one. How about that? And that. And then maybe that. And maybe that. Easily busy. No signal. Okay, great. Well, we got another lockpicked. Oh. Well, hello there. Up there somehow. Up the stairs. I guess. Over encumbered again? With a damn heal. The scope is the best thing. Quite powerful as well. Right. Nope.
I hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Already succeeded. I have to go all the way down there. Down again. All right. Illuminati. Okay. Illuminati. Today.
What seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us.
Kasrik Balmor.
Have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
How have you survived down here all along? All alone?
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see this all clearly.
Yes, you do. I serve the UC and the Great Serpent in coming here. This knowledge will be used to defend us all.
I was not expecting a fellow believer on my doorstep. Yeah, the preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there.
I don't even like
If
snakes.
I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
In the name of the Great Serpent, House Varun's code will be used to protect our good name.
Create the legacy that our people deserve. Please, follow me.
You have any water or something? Okay, hang on. Let me I need to eat all the time. So should you. Yeah, this man needs to eat, that's for sure.
Let's hope it still works.
4,000 credits.
And
Wait, is it not considered stealing?
let it be used for good.
I will. Is it not considered stealing? Huh. Okay. I don't want to push my luck though. Let's go. Okay, let's find our way out of here. Well, now that man is safe, he can probably go get a meal. But I think he's been locked up in one place for. He's been he probably has not had much food while he's been locked up in here, you know. I assume. Man took the COVID lockup real damn serious. You did. Didn't even run out to get toilet paper. Alright, we got everything. Do I have a lot of crap I should sell? Not really.
Yes?
Can
I'm
you...
happy to help shoulder the load.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear.
Very good.
Yeah, well, we did some good work, I feel. Oh yeah, we take the elevator up, I guess. Also, we need to see if Cappuccino Girl is back. I haven't seen her in a while. I fear she's gone. Oh. Don't know where Cappuccino Girl is. No, you look like you've had too many cappuccinos. Wrong office. My bad.
Howdy.
Howdy. Hello.
Captain, you're back sooner than...
I work fast.
Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Cold pieces from House Maroon and the priest are collected and ready to be deployed.
That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliffe would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time. Regardless.
We don't have to talk about how I did it, do we?
Now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Okay. My absolute best behavior. Oh, I know. I'll read him some jokes from the bad jokes book. Sure, sure they'll enjoy that. Ba-dum.
Defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided to
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Sure. Need a lore streamer, all you do is read those bad jokes. I've only found 2, volume 2 and 3. And I've read both volume 2 and 3. Ah, they were awful. Absolutely awful. Ooh. Oh. This No Man's Sky mod looks good. It's pretty impressive. They've added a lot. I don't know how they got permission to use all these Starfield characters, but they did it.
They say some xenobirds can sing a song.
Sing a song. We're going back up, aren't we? Return the data. Whee!
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Yeah, thanks and all. Ugh.
There you are. Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sanan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps.
Sure. Here you go.
Time for us to start getting some real answers and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Was I supposed to read the data before handing it over? Starfield might be better as a No Man's Sky mod. Scam Citizen might be better. Yeah, I mean, at least Scam Citizen will be out. Will be released. I'm getting my citizenships. I wonder what he did wrong since he started whistling there. Very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Best view in the game. She gonna push you?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Well, don't push me off after. I'm ready.
Good. This isn't the only item we need
Andres, how are you
discuss,
leaving? No, don't
I'll give you
go.
the short version.
Okay.
Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure, whatever. No, I will.
And now, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs.
Uh-huh.
And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that.
Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
It never ends. But also, look at this view. That's cool. Where should we buy? Where should we build the house? It would be so. I want to build a house around here so we can have the view of New Atlantis. You know, up on a hill like that would be kind of cool. We'll see. Are you trying to? Oh no, it's the Elamavitra. But maybe she wanted to talk to me. Okay. Yeah, when are you playing Scam Citizen Toonie? We've been waiting.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent.
We're not dangerous, you moron. Never-ending quest line. Seriously, this quest line has been the last 7 hours.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
No, not really. I agree. Silly UC soldiers.
Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
I'll be quick, my dear. And hopefully alive. Oh, ow. Don't open doors outwards. Oh.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
Should we? Alright. Hello. I'll humor you. I'm wearing my full suit and armor and everything. Alright, what you got?
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
A guy who can't afford a place with a view, clearly. Given the amount of security, I'd say you're someone pretty important. Or dangerous.
Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Sanon. But most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Thanon, that's yeah, of course, it's Hadrian's father.
One final act of rebellion by the leadership that lost the colony war. The trial was authentic. I faced tribunal with dignity, but my execution staged. A lethal injection that was anything but. The cabinet at the time, long gone now, wished to keep me on as an advisor. And considering the other option, I was in no place to refuse. So I elected to trade my freedom for my continued existence. But such is the life of a soldier. execution. The official charges I faced after the war were twofold.
Well,
The first was the destruction of civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne, a battle during which those civilian ships were actively attacking my fleet. The other was ordering the bombing of the Londinian spaceport to halt the spread of the Terramorph outbreak there. The city and its citizens were lost, but countless others likely saved. And for doing what was right, I was put on trial. And my life irrevocably changed. I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Yep.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the colony war. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlays. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
How do I know you're not asking me to kill an innocent man?
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat. By all means.
How do you know I was the whoever I said I was? I was wearing a helmet. You couldn't see who I was. Okay, where's Deputy whatever, what's his face? Oh, talk to who's the that's a toilet. Probably not in there. Speak to Deputy McIntyre.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy. Surprised me too when I learned it, but the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this, all right? Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
Hello. Right.
Hello. Right. Go talk to him again then. Tell him that we're in. We'll do it. Let me through again, please.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Sorry. Being so rude. Keeping me and Andrzej apart should be a crime.
You find Orlaise, deal with him, and you can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it. If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wolf System. There's a star station in the vicinity, the Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Alright.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yes? I will watch your back.
There's no time to stop. Underneath us, apparently. I am a citizen now. Whoop. Whoop. To go to find Marquez. Marquez. Dehydrated again.
now would be a good...
Yeah.
time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away.
I know, I collect a lot of garbage. Go to the spaceport. Okay, we're leaving the planet, I guess. Where are we heading? Captain Mark Gales. Okay. Well, I think I need to end before we leave the planet. Because it's been 11 hours. It's been long. Before I continue this, I think I need to end so I can go and get some food and stuff. Probably smart. But we'll be back. We'll play more at some point. All right. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know if you can... No. There's no music. I didn't set up the music. Hey, well, that was certainly longer than I expected. But thank you so much for hanging out. I don't see any immediate raid targets. So yeah, I'm just gonna end and say bye-bye. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll see. Tomorrow night is the election here in Norway, and I might just stream to be distracted from it. We'll see. See how I feel when I get back from get home from work tomorrow. But have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Fingers crossed it goes our way tomorrow. We'll see. But have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.